Where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. Shoo-hoo! Mike's Music Method. Come on in, everybody. We're doing another Dylan tune because Dylan is trending because of that, whatever that movie's called, A Complete Unknown. I just did Tambourine Man. Check it out. This is another easy one, really straightforward, great picking one. If you're a more advanced player, whatever, sing it and play it real well. So it's for all skill levels, and it's an awesome song. Jump ahead if you want to dive right in, but welcome everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about the channel. I'm Mike. What I'm doing here, yeah, I know there's probably tons of tutorials on this song, I think, I don't know, but I transcribe these myself and I do it note for note. So yeah, you can go to Ultimate Guitar and loosely get it right, but I'm trying to learn. We want to learn from the greats here at Mike's Music Method. So I'm going to take you through measure by measure exactly what I heard, trying to transcribe it to the best of my ability. The tab is free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. What a guy, so go snag your tab. But if you get a lot of value from this channel and you keep coming back for more, please consider support. It's a value for value model. The honor system, as you get value from the channel, please give some back. Boom! Timestamps down below are going to be your best friend. Jump ahead, measure by measure, find where you want to go. You can repeat things. Then at the end of the video, this is great, stick around for this or jump there if you're already pretty comfortable, is we talk about how to sing it and play it at the same time, how to practice that, how to get to that point if you can't yet. Then at the very end are the practice alongs. So at the end of the video, I'll play through the whole song nice and slow at an easy tempo so you can practice along with me again and again and get better at the tune. That's it. Happy to have you on board. If you're new, if you're an old hat, whoo, good to see you again. Let's have some fun. Let's learn this darn song. We've got capo 2 and we're doing drop D. So drop the E to a D, throw the capo on the 2nd fret. Of course, now that drop D sounds an E. Good news is real simple strumming pattern. This is going to be a great song to learn together. And if you're a more advanced player, you think it's too easy, well then learn some of the nuances and try to get your touch as good as Dylan's. For these tunes, Dylan is using a flat pick. You can use your fingers if you want to, it's your call. Also to get that Dylan tone, he's hitting real close to the bridge to get it a lot twangier than warm, right? So he's aiming more, a little bit to the end of the sound hole, closer to the bridge. Measure 1, let's do this. Remember, we're in drop D, we just have a D major chord. What Dylan does that is so lovely, and the most amateur mistake is to hit all 6 strings all the time. It gets boring real quick, especially when you're playing like a 5-minute song. So what Dylan does here is beat 1 is just a down, but he's hitting only the lowest strings. You can hit the lowest one or the lowest 2 or the lowest 3, but don't hit all 6. Think of that as like your bass sound on beat 1. Then the beat 2, I'm aiming for the top 4, even the top 5 is fine. Occasionally if you hit all 6, that's fine. But I'd aim for some separation, low, high, and then the next 2 are also aiming for only the higher strings. And the strum pattern there is the down, 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 up, 1, 2, 3, and down, 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 up. And I'm doing low and then higher. This is the bulk of the song, so make sure you can talk and have a conversation while you're doing this. And focus on how tightly you're holding the pick. If you were to be in this room with me, you'd be able to grab this thing and just take it right out of my hand. You don't want to hold it too tight. If you hold it too tight, that's really grating. Now, if the song gets dramatic, there's a time and a place for that, but in general, you're just letting the resistance of this pick here. Right, like I'm holding it parallel to the floor, but as I go down, you can see that I'm just letting it drag, and it's at quite an angle because of the resistance from the string. So that was our first 2 measures, pick, down, down, up. Measure 3, we go to a G chord. What we're gonna do, his G chord is voiced like this. We have 3 and 3 on top. He's doing one of those where both of them are the 3rd fret. And then we're gonna hammer on with our pointer finger onto the 2nd fret. And he's actually leaving that D open, or he's just hitting the 5th string. So we never have to worry about fretting. Plus we're in drop D, so our G's actually up here. So you see why he's not doing it. So we just have 3, 3, open, open, 2. It's gonna be our G chord for this whole song. But what he does here is he's hitting the low strings. I'm actually hearing the lowest 2. And then he's hammering onto the 2nd fret on that A string. Then he strums the higher ones down, and then he strums again, but that final down strum, he's also pulling back off with that finger. So you have a hammer on the low strings, then a down strum, another down strum with a pull off. So in context, 3. Sorry, it's in 3/4. So I'm gonna say 2, 3, 2, 3. I'll loop it. Hammer down, pull off. Hammer down, down. Holy cow, my kid was banging something up there. He's toddlering around. Good news is we just keep going with that D all the way to the verse. Pick, down, down, up, pick, down, down, up. Keep going. Then he'd start singing, where have you been, my... Then look at measure 10 here. So low, then strum higher, higher. And do the pull off. So 2, 3. Loop it. Hammer down, pull off, hammer. And they're all down strums. Then we go back to D for 1. Measure 12, we have some color. Check this out. We're gonna do 1, 2, and. So the strum's a little different. We've got down, down, up. Then I'm gonna lift my pointer finger and hammer open to 2. So it's almost like I'm going to the G chord, but it's just color here. We're not changing chords. Open to 2, hammer on. Then I'm gonna hit the 4th string open in measure 13, and it's down, down, up. Still all on the D chord. So 12 and 13 together. 3, 4, low, down, up, hammer, open on the 4th string, down, down, up again, low, down, up, hammer, 4th, down, down, up. We just keep cruising along, back to the D. Now here we have an A chord. Remember, we're in drop D, so the A chord's gonna look different. The way I'm handling this is my thumb is over the top on the 2nd fret, and then I'm barring the 2s. I'm not worrying about the high E string. Now I suppose you could smash all these in here and put your pointer finger up on that 2. That to me is a handful, especially with the capo on the 2nd fret. So for me, it's way easier to bar with my pointer finger, get the thumb over the top. And what we're doing here is just pick that 6th string, down, down, up is the strum, pick, down, down, up, pick, down, down, up, pick. Then in 21, it's a little bit busier. It's just pick, down, up, down, up. Get off the page. We'll talk about singing it and playing it where you trust your intuition. You don't obsess on, is it 1, 2, and 3 and, or 1, 2, 3 and, because it doesn't really matter in the big picture. But in 22, we do want to get this down because it's awesome. So what we're doing is we're still doing a G chord, but we're moving it up in a different voicing. Like if you think of your big old bar chord G, we're using that shape and just doing the top 3 strings. So we've got 3, 3, 4. So instead of doing the G here, right, we still have the 3 and the 3, but we're voicing it different. We're putting the same notes in G up higher on the neck and in different orders. So we got 3, 3, 4, pointer, pointer, middle. Hit the low string or the low 2, and then do down, down, up, just on the higher ones. Really beautiful, huh? Now we're gonna slide it up 2 frets at the end of this next measure. So 3, 3, 4 becomes 5, 5, 6. So that first one was just pick, down, down, up. Then in measure 23 here, we got pick, down, up, down, up. And you can hit that last slide or choose not to, but it's pick, down, up, down, up. And we're gonna slide at the end there. Pick, down, up, down, up. And for the last up, as I slide, I'm also hitting it. But again, you can choose not to. You can just do that, or hit it. Be redundant if you want to. Your call. Shoo! Mike's Music Method. is all based on the value for value model. I have 6,000 people, unique visitors, going to my website every month. So I feel like I'm providing a lot of value with these tutorials and really good tabs. And all I'm asking you guys is, you gotta support what you want more of in the world. And if you don't support what you love in the world, it may go away. I'm not saying I'll go away, that's not a threat. But if you buy me more time, I can make more videos. So support what you love in this world so you give it an opportunity to thrive and grow. You know, you might be paying for Netflix or Amazon because you value these things. And if you're this far in the video, I'm assuming you're valuing Mike's music method. So please, maybe it's $50 a month, maybe it's $2 a month, whatever that value for value model is, it means something to me and it helps support me. Even if I got $2 from everybody visiting, that'd be a living, right? That's not gonna happen, so it may require you giving $20 a month, you know, but you can think of that as like a charitable event. By you giving 20, there's a few people out there who can't support the channel, and you're doing it for them, and you're keeping this no paywall with your awesome support. So that's something to consider. Maybe you want to be a big donor, huge patron of the arts. You can throw me 10K, 5K, give me 50 Bitcoin, you know, whatever it is. It's a value for value model. You get what I'm saying. Support the arts in whatever way you can. And if you guys do that, I promise to keep these coming and keep even more of them coming. Thank you. And to all you already supporting, thank you. And then in measure 24, we stay up there. And it's like a big strum. Down, up, down, up. So let's do those three together, starting from 22 here. 1, 2, 3. The G chord. Down, down, up, pick. Down, up, slide. Big one. Down, up, down, up. And it's back to the D. Down. That's 4 times. We're gonna loop that same thing, and every verse this is different, so it's important to look at the lyrics, and I'll have a chord chart for you guys as well as the tab at mikesmusicmethod.com because each verse is different. It's Dylan, so looking at the tab isn't gonna be the same. It depends on the verse and how many lines, or how many, you know what I mean, how many lines he's giving in each stanza, because here he'll loop this, you know, the misty mountains crawled in the little highways, and whatever he's talking about here. But anyway, so after the 4 bars of D, we're in measure 29, it looped back to the G. That's all the same. G sliding up to the A, then back to the D. And that part just loops. So when he's ready to go into the tag, right, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and then he transitions differently. So instead of doing measure 35 the very last time when he says, and it's a hard, you're gonna replace measure 35 with 36, because it's still the D at the beginning, pick, down, up on a D, but then he goes to the G chord, he hits the 5th string, and then he strums up. So it's pick, down, up. Kind of a tricky change there. Pick, down, up. You gotta quickly get to that B there. And if you want, we'll talk about this later because he does do it in the song, you can do something called an open string cheat if that's too fast. When the tempo's quick, you can just play the chord open when you transition to the next chord. And up to speed, it doesn't really sound out of tune. It just sounds like you're keeping the rhythm. So if you needed to do it there, you could do pick, down, up. You can open string cheat that second D strum. Pick, down, lift it to get to that 2nd fret, and then strum the G chord. So 3, 4, here's the normal way. And remember, it's a quick pick up strum. So I'm picking down, but letting a big follow through go all the way down, so then I can strum up with the G chord at the end. So one more time, 3, 4. Open string cheat, 3, 4. I know it sounds kind of weird now, but if you did it up to speed, it would be fine. Guys, we're basically done. 37 goes back to the D. And then it changes here, it's an A again with that weird thumb over the top, but the rhythm's a little different. We got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and that's back to the D. And then the G here, hammer on. A little busier, hammer on, down, up, hammer, down, up. Another measure of G, but it's just pick, down, up, down. So he's varying his strum pattern to keep it interesting. Pick, down, up, down. Then 45 back to the D, a hard rain. Then an A again, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Same as before, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and I'm scrolling. 49's back to the D, fall, fall. Hammer the G again like we saw before. And a quick down, up, down, up. This time it's straight back to the D. Like normal. And then we repeat a verse. And that is the whole tune. Congratulations. Let's put it all together now. Shoo! We're going to talk about singing and playing this thing. So I always treat this as two different things going on. I hyper obsess on the tab, try to get all the nuances. I'm focused only on that. Now when I switch over to the chord chart, what I'm focused on is just learning the chords when the changes happen and the vocal phrasing, but I'm making it simple. So let's do that. At mikesmusicmethod.com, I've also provided a chord chart as well as the tab, so go download it so you have it. Don't look at the tab right now. And what we're gonna do is just follow along. I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. Maybe you're doing low, high, high. But the point here is not to be a great guitarist, it's to put it all together, big picture. So let's do that. Where have you been, my blue-eyed son? I'll go a little faster. So we do that 4 times. And where have you been, my darling young one? Go up here to that high G. I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. And here's where the thing loops. Every verse is a little different. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. Sorry. Always 4 D's in between. I stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. It's too early to sing that high. Do it 2 more times. I've been out in the middle of a dozen dead oceans. Oh, warming up my voice. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And the last time here is that transition chord to the G. And it's a hard A. It's a hard. It's a hard. It's a hard. And it's a hard rain. Gonna fall. So I'm working on it with you. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the A's the right amount of time. But that's the point of these run-throughs, to make sure you know intuitively when the changes happen. I don't recommend counting. If you absolutely have to at the beginning, fine. Otherwise, the whole point of the chord chart is to have the chords where they are above the lyrics. But even that, I don't want you to rely on. Eventually, you're just going to kind of have a feel for when the chord changes and which one you're going to. So that's what I would do. Practice that slow. I don't have too much else to say in this video because it's not a hard finger-picking one. But the next step would be the down or pick, down, down, up. And can you keep that consistent throughout the song? Then over time, maybe you're eventually adding a little hammer on. But again, the overall goal here is really just to focus on singing it right, giving your brain the space to focus on that, and the lyrical phrasing. Ooh. Handshake. Well done, guys. We're going to do the slow run-throughs. We'll practice together here at the end. But just wanted to say before we peace out is that you're doing it. You're doing it. If you need more help, comment down below. Send me an email at mikesmusicmethod.com. Always happy to help. Remember, go to mikesmusicmethod@gmail.com. But go to the website, get the tab, get the chord chart, and if you find it in your heart, if you're getting value from the channel, please consider support. Comment down below, let me know what Dylan songs to do next. All right, let's practice. Slow run through. So let's start from measure 1, and we'll go through this thing, at least the main verse. 1, 2, 3. Love that. Where have you been, my darling, you're the one. There's the moon. We're going to skip the last one here and do the one right now. Loop that as many times as you have to. Remember, YouTube has a little gear icon. You can make it a little quicker, a little slower. As you get better at it, start to play along with Dylan himself.